Alright, testing 1, 2. Quick audio check and we'll get rolling. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started on our briefing. I'll be pilot flying today. Aircraft is in... Actually, wait, hold on. Let's start with the flow first. Alright, I'll be pilot flying today. Aircraft is in good shape, no meals. Good weather here. It is Tango 1807, 10 statute miles, clear skies. Temperature 38, dew point 04, altimeter 2984. Good enough to get back in on the visual if we need to. We got the ILS 26 right set up. Come back in there if we have any issues. Predicted taxi route today. We're going to taxi to runway. We're going to push out our gate Bravo 10, push out here into the alley, taxi out on this west line here to spot 12, then a left turn Charlie, taxi full length to runway 26 right. Nice long dry runway available, flaps 1 takeoff, 14,835 feet available for takeoff. If we, on departure roll, if we get any abnormalities or any bells or horns prior to 80, I'll go ahead and reject. After that, any prior to V1, I'm going to only reject for engine failure, engine fire. Fire warning, predictive wind shear if the airplane's not going to fly. At that point, V1 and above, we're committed to flight. I'll fly the airplane, we'll take it airborne, treat it as an in-flight emergency. I'll handle the aircraft as well as ATC and the checklist as a single pilot. We do have a single engine out procedure out of here, which we'll go ahead and go over that. Minimum cleanup altitude is 3,200 feet. Heading 259 off of runway 26 right. If we have an engine failure from V1 but at or below 4,000, we're going to climb runway heading 259 to 2.9 DME west. I put a ring around that so that way it gives us some situational awareness about where we're supposed to make a right turn to a heading of 035. I have that set up on both sides, 035, 035. And then from then on, go out to 13 DME. I put another ring right out there. Turn right heading 100, then at or above published minimum altitude for intended route, and we'll request radar vectors or resume on navigation. If we have an engine failure at or above 4,000, but we haven't reached cells yet, we're going to go ahead and continue on the SID, and we're going to hold at cells left turns. If we have an engine failure after cells, just continue on the SID. Other than that, we got terrain to the all quadrants, to the west, to the south, to the north, way to the north of Nellis, so that shouldn't really be a factor. Procedure takes us out to the northeast, which is our best case. Highest obstacle to the west is 85. But that concludes the engine out procedure departure. We're doing the Raider, I think, today. Which I didn't save that in here. Here's our departure. Doing the Raider 2 departure. There it is. Go back to pinned. SID, there it is. Raider 2 departure. And transition Hector, top altitude 190. It's climbing straight out off runway 26 right, heading 259, intercept the 249 to Rudy at 230 knots at or above 4,000 cells, at or below 8, radar at above 13, Silver, Topac, and Hector. Climb gradient we need off 26 right. This will be no problem. 275 per nautical mile to 6,700. So as long as we're doing 1,100 to 1,200 feet a minute, I'm cool with that. Minimum safe altitude 13.2. Highest obstacle is southwest 8669. And we'll plan LNAV, VNAV all the way up. Any questions? So that's the departure. Since our arrival is connected to the transition for the departure, we got to brief the arrival as well. So let's bring up the Pitbull 2 arrival. Alright, here's the Pitbull. Hector, Fryer, Homeboy at level 240, Pitbull at above 21, Telus, Stubbs, Home at above 9, LC Lark at 4,000, 251, and then 251 track from there. Expect radar vectors to final approach course. Highest obstacle is south or east of Fryer, but south of Hector, 10,100 feet. Should be no factor MSA near the airport, 8,300 for all that terrain to the north. We'll plan on doing the VOR approach. That's what the chart says. So 259, intercept the 249 to Rudy, 230. Max 230 knots at or above 4, cells at or below 8, radar at above 13, Silver, Topac, Hector, Fryer, Homeboy at 240, Pitbull at above 21, Tela, Stubbs, Home at above 9, LC Lark at 4,000, 251 vector, and we plugged in the VOR approach. There it is, radar 2, Hector, Pitbull. Alright, so AP should be on now. Alright, let's disconnect the ground power. And we'll run a checklist and get on our way. Release all that stuff. Release all the carts and the belt loaders. We'll do a quick PA, 1 hour, 2 minutes. Current weather in Santa Barbara is... we could actually get it on here, I think. Or maybe not. That's okay. I'll pick it up on my iPad here. Alright folks, those pilots up front, welcome aboard Southwest Flight 4754 to Santa Barbara. Flight time 1 hour and 2 minutes takeoff to touchdown. Current Santa Barbara weather, 10 statute miles. Or good visibility rather. Light winds out of the east, clear skies, temperature of 66 degrees Fahrenheit, nice and cool. Currently waiting on some final paperwork, should be on our way shortly. Thanks for your patience, welcome aboard. Alright, let's run a checklist, 4-star checklist. FMC, programmed, briefings, complete, oxygen mask 20 checked, ECs on, navigation switch is normal, display switch is auto and normal, fuel, 14.4 cleared with 14.4 center pumps, off, passenger signs on, window heat on, hydraulic pump stays off, ease on, pressurization set, auto, flight instruments, 2984 set, auto brake, RTO, takeoff warning horn checked, Parking brake is not set yet. Parking brake is set. Transponder TARA. Aileron and rudder trim is centered. OFP fit for duty. Accepted sign. Before start check is complete. Alright, we simulate. We got report 1. Request the perfinite. Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome back. Here's the uplink here. Load. .6, that's that. 51. Flaps 1. 6.6 and 34. Let's get our trim set to 6.6. Right there. Alright, it's 34, 31, 31. Okay, that's there. Cruise. Winds. Alright, uplink is ready. Load. Execute. Forecast uplink ready for descent. Load. Execute. Okay, we got our numbers. Let's say that we're good to go. Get the forward cabin entry door closed and the jetway push back. Alright, chocks are disconnected, doors. Close the door. I wonder if we put the anti-collision light if the jetway will start going back. Alright, request pushback. There it is. Alright, before push checklist, please. 0 fuel weight 112.4, gross weight, or set, gross weight 126.8, cross-checked, PWB remarks reviewed. And once 51 over 39, reduce set, runway 26 right set, flaps, PWB 1, CD1, V speeds 131, 131, 134, set, strap trim, 6.6, set, min cleanup altitude 3200, set, flight deck door, lights out. Cockpit to ground, aircraft 218 is off. B's on, door lights out, reset. How we doing? There we go. Let's get these on. Brakes released. Clear to push. Here we go. Here comes 2 and 1. Start 2, please. Start the clock. Oil pressure. Light off. Roll back. Here comes one. Start one. Reset the clock. Oil pressure. We got a light off. Roll back. Pushback is complete. Parking brake set. Looking for 3 guys pinning the bag. Standing by flaps. Flaps 1, please. Control check. For taxi checklist. Electrical. Generators on. And propheat on. Antis off. Flight controls free. Flight deck windows closed and locked. Flaps. CDU 1 indicates 1 green light. For taxi checklist. Vegas traffic Southwest 4754 taxiing 226 right from Bravo Concourse, Vegas. Lights. Clear right, here we go. I've got American in sight. Minimum takeoff fuel is also going to 14,000 pounds. We've got 14.3. We're good. Coming up on spot 10. Or 12, I guess. Alright, clear right. Clear left, coming left. Terrain radar's coming on. Door lights are out, so we're good. Forward takeoff checklist, mid takeoff field verified, departure plan not required, attend application complete, electrical generators on, anti-ice off, PAX auto bleeds, engines on, APU off, start switches left continuous, APU off, flaps CD 1 indicates 1 green light, star levers idle recall checked. Forward takeoff complete. Warm-up time is already completed. Auto throttle, LNAV, VNAV. Vegas Travis Southwest 4754 departing 26 right via the Raider departure Vegas. Alright, lights. Alright, final is clear. Clear left and clear right. It's clear for takeoff. We're at 26 right verified. Set takeoff thrust 90.8. .8 set. .80 knots. V1, rotate. Landing grip, please. Positive rate, landing grip. Set speed, climb, thrust, flaps, or actually keep the flaps. Flaps up. Speed intervention. Seven for 8. Command B. VNAV path. Don't have enough speed. Setting 320. Set. Switching 22.8. Ten 10,000 feet climb checklist. Pressurization checked. Start switches off, APU off, climb checklist complete. We don't need this anymore. Delete the D rate. 19.7 is CTAF. One 180, standard set. Looks like we're gonna do runway 7 coming in. It's better for performance, so that'll be the game plan coming in. We'll do the GOLET transition. There it is. There we go. GOLET 4000. Lober at above 4. Habit at above 35. Glide at above 26. Naps at 1800. Missed approach is climbed 700 feet. And our right turn heading 185. Or not heading, actually intercept the San Marcos 185 radial to GOLET. 4,000 feet. The hold is 307 right turns. There it is. 110.3075. 10.3, 10.3, 75. Wait, why are we climbing to 38? Cruise altitude 380. Should have caught that. 320, confirm, execute. Once we get to cruise, we'll go ahead and brief the arrival, or correction, the approach into Santa Barbara. 3132. Two. Alright, we're planning on doing the ILS-7. Let's talk about this. Santa Barbara, ILS-7. Page 11-1, effective October 1st. Localizer identifier KSBA, frequency 110.3. Final approach course is 075. Cross naps at 1800 with an ILS DA of 213. I'm going to go ahead and set that up. Alright, there it is. Alright, touchdown zone elevation is 13 feet, minimum safe altitude 8,800. No significant remarks. Highest obstacles north of the airport, 4289. We'll be coming in from the water, so it should be no factor, and Mr. Approach brings us out southbound right turn towards the water. Already briefed all the fixes and the altitudes, 3-degree path. Also approach lighting system, and we do need a 2400 RVR as well for the approach. Because we do have the local altimeter setting, so we can use these minimums. Mr. Approach climbs 700 feet, right turn on the 185 radial from the San Marcos VOR, 4000 to Golet. And it looks like teardrop entry, or a parallel entry, 307 right turns for the hold. And that's all I got for that. Landing distance available for landing. Right here. For 7, we have 5,052 feet of landing distance available, 150 feet wide long runway. Awesome sauce. And predicted taxi route. Once we land, we have hotspot 2. So land on 7, clear at either Alpha 1 or Echo. And Echo to the gate, or Alpha 2, Alpha Echo. And there's the terminal. Going to gate number 5, Alpha, which is right there. And hotspot 2, let's talk about that real quick, see what the notes are in there. Hotspot 2, it says, caution, 15 right, 15 left. All these runways, ATC often utilizes the 15s to taxiing aircraft off of 25. Okay, copy that. We won't be clearing at 15, so we're going to clear a little bit further down. But that's pretty much it. We've got the star right here, Pitbull. Awesome sauce. Touching down with 8.8 on the gas. According to our release, we should be touching down with roughly 8.4. Awesome. I'll take 8.8. If we need to divert, we'll go to Ontario. Ontario is our alternate of choice. We'll see what LA weather looks like, but our filed alternate is Ontario. From Santa Barbara to Ontario, it'll take us about 43 minutes. Wow, it'll take a while. Okay, I'll choose LA over Ontario if the weather's decent enough for us to get in. Because that's a little far. I didn't realize it was that far. Anyways, that's all I got. This would be a fun arrival into Santa Barbara. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you joining, bro. I'm hanging out here. We're flying over somewhere. Victorville. There's Victorville down there. Let's reduce the brightness on this thing. Main panel bright. I like that setting. Background. I do like that right there. That's fine. That's a little bit bright actually. Let's bring it down a couple notches. That'll work. And then this up here, circuit breaker panel. No, that's what that is. Alright, descent checklist. Minimums. Actually, wait, hold on. Let's run the numbers real quick. So 8.8. That's 1.2, 1.4 less. To 122.2, 121.2. 121,200 pounds is going to be our landing weight. And we will be doing a flaps 40 landing. And max auto brakes. Max is crazy, but alright. We'll do what it tells me to do, right? Okay, descent checklist minimums are set. VREF and V target. 128, 133 set. Auto brake, max, and recall. Checked. Descent checklist complete. Bottom altitude on the arrival is 4,000. And we'll set 4,000 in here. $4,000 is set. Check for ATC, nothing. Alright, top of descent, LNAV and VNAV path. Seatbelt sign is on. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we're about 25 minutes from touchdown in the Santa Barbara airport. Current weather down there, clear skies, temperature of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Do appreciate you flying with us here at Southwest. Come back and see us again soon. Create a ring around 7. Alright, this changed, 127 now, 132. SoCal traffic southwest, 475450 miles to the east of Santa Barbara, descending out of flight level 240 via the Pit Bull arrival for runway 7, Santa Barbara. Okay, switching over to 19.7. Santa Barbara traffic southwest 4754, 45 miles to the east, descending via the Pit Bull for 7, descending out of 23,000 feet to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara. We are on our way down to Santa Barbara. Let's listen to the AWAS again.
Sky conditions clear. Temperature 19 Celsius. Dew point 17 Celsius. Altimeter 2989. Remarks. Density altitude 600. Santa Barbara Tower approach hours of operation are 0600 to 2300 knots time. The frequency for automatic weather is 132.65. The common traffic advisory frequency is 119.7. Weather upper anxiety is available on 119.7. For additional information, contact Los Angeles Center at 119.05. Note 10. Multiple cranes are operated in the vicinity of Santa Barbara Airport, however, below 300 feet. Taxiway Echo 2 east of Taxiway Echo closed. Tower obstruction light 1.2 miles east-southeast of Santa Barbara at 336 feet out of service. Santa Barbara Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 0602 Zulu. Wind 080 and 04. Visibility 9er.
That sounds good to me. (180) approach checklist, please. Altimeters 2-9er, 8-9er packs. Auto start switches continuous. Approach checklist complete. Let the flight attendants know. coming up on a right downwind for runway 7. How close does this pit bull bring us to the airport on the downwind? Pretty close, huh? It'll be a tight base. I'm just going to make a tight base. Keep it fun. So we'll make sure we slow down before the base turn. Should be good to go. And we'll create a intercept course off of Goyed. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go ahead and bring up the ILS. Alright, we got the field. I see it. Yeah. Let's actually go down to 4. Ooh, Vina. $3,000 actually. Alt intervention. I'll have a VNAV path. You know, let's just do level change. This tight base thing was probably not a good idea, because this was supposed to keep us at above 9 here on this beam point, but that would no need to be that high. So you got 10K. Attendant's already notified. Let's drop the boards. Slow to the up bug. I'll just reset to 4,000. Yeah, I didn't realize the pit bull kept us so high on the downwind. I should have just went direct to GoLet, then just picked up the approach from there. That's okay. We'll just vector ourselves out here as much as we need to. Alright, I'm going to create a course off of habit. Heading select. Habit and 075 intercept course. Boom. Activate, execute. There it is. Get rid of all that clutter. Now we'll go flaps 5. We'll slow to 180. Okay, right turn. Heading 350. Heading 040. Let's set 3500. We don't need this anymore. Alright, 45 for 35. Approach mode. Warlock armed, glide sub armed. Oops. There we go. Leveling at 35. Warlock capture. Glide slope capture. Setting missed approach altitude. Missed approach altitude set. Santa Barbara traffic southwest 4754, 10 mile final, runway 7, Santa Barbara. Gears coming down. Set speed. Flaps 15. Flaps 30. Flaps 40 before landing checklist. Speed brake armed, green light, landing gear, down 3 green, flaps 40, green light before landing checklist complete. Naps at 1800. Runways in sight. No PAPI for this, so we're just going to stay with the glide slope for most of the way down. Auto throttle disengaged. Thousand feet, airspeed 134, sync rate 800. AP's off. Santa Barbara traffic, Southwest 4754 is on 2 mile final, runway 7, Santa Barbara. Approaching minimums, going outside. Minimums, landing.
100. 50. 30. 10.
Extended. Deployed. 60 knots. Auto brake disarm. Oh, auto brake disarm. We're gonna make a right turn on Echo. Here's Echo. Flaps up. Start the cool down. Santa Barbara traffic, Southwest 4754, clear of runway 7, Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara 4754 underground. 5 Alpha, see you there. Alright. Bus is connected. I think we're gonna need the big boy lights. What is that? I think this might be it. This is it. This is the right one. Actually, no. This is. Let's do this one. This one goes further in. I like that one better. Warm-up time completed. Brake set. Here we go. Parking checklist, please. Okay, parking brake. Set. Start levers, cut off. Anti-collision light off. Fuel pumps, forward 1 on. Window heat off. Probe heat auto. Anti-ice off. Hydraulic pumps, electrics off. Start switches off. Oil quantity 91. Hydraulic quantity 92. Radar truss, transponder, standby and zeros. Parking checklist complete. Brakes are in, ground power is connected. That is it. Thanks for joining us. We're going to do another flight on the way out of here. I think we're going to go to Oakland. Ferry flight up to Oakland with no passengers. See if they open the door on this one. No. They do. They do open the doors. Awesome sauce. I like that. Couple of debrief items. How was our performance? I think we performed well. But if we could do it again, one thing I'd change is we would just shoot the approach from GoLet and not stay on the arrival, because the arrival kept us very, very high on the downwind. At 9,000 just south of the airport, it's a bit high, so we should have just started the approach from GoLet. And that would have worked out a lot better. But that's pretty much all I got. I'm going to end the stream here in a second, and we're going to go ahead and get set up for Oakland. And I'll begin the new stream here in about 20 minutes. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you guys in 20, okay? See ya.